Hello everyone, welcome back to the Revival. Today is Olympic Marseille versus Newcastle United in the Champions League. Before we get started, I'm just going to check to make sure that everybody's wearing what they should be wearing, which they are. Let's have a quick look at the team for today. You'll notice that we've not made many changes, if any at all. The only real one is Almiron coming in for Christopher. He's coming in for Christopher Nkunku, who isn't feeling at his best and could do with a little bit of a rest anyway. Ribery is knackered, so we've decided to leave him out of the team, but I think he did play well enough that he deserves inclusion in the squad. And I think we might bring Bodmer. Nah, we'll leave it. Bodmer is not long for this parish, I don't really think. So there we go. That's going to be the team for today. Unless... how's Schubert looking? No, I'm not really too worried about that. Let's get going. So this is match day 3 of this season's Champions League campaign. We've won our last 2 games 1-0. Hopefully we can do a little bit better in this match than 1-0. But again, I should say, this is the most challenging of the 3 matches so far. We are the 2 unbeaten teams in this particular group at the moment. So it's not going to be the end of the world if we lose, but I would like to think that we could walk away from here with 3 points. French teams are not traditionally the strongest. Paris Saint-Germain obviously have changed that in recent years with their focus on buying world-class talent and really looking primarily just to win the Champions League. But even Paris Saint-Germain are flaky, to say the least. So I think we can get a result against these guys. Of course, I say that and they immediately come up our end and score. That could be an issue for us. Oh dear. Well, they're going to get a free kick nice and early, so it's good to see that that bung paid off. Really? Wow. A yellow card already. Man, they must have paid him a lot. That's not even that bad of a foul. I don't understand. Referee's going to lose control of this game very quickly. Ball comes in, goalkeeper punches, headed away by the defender, and Newcastle get the ball clear and might even be able to break here. That's a good ball, and Werner's through on it, and he might have a chance here, and he's just held back by the... What is the referee doing? Why hasn't he done something about that? Timo Werner obviously held back by the Marseille defender. And absolutely nothing done about it. That is criminal. Absolutely shocking defending. And shocking refereeing, more to the point. It's a shame. That was a nice little move that Newcastle were putting together there, but it just broke down at the last minute. That's not the pass I was looking for, but never mind. We can still make something of it if we concentrate hard enough. And the linesman flags for a foul there when I've done nothing worse than what was done up the other end. I will stop complaining about that soon, I do promise. Werner. It's an alright cross. Maximan. Ay. Couldn't quite put 2 and 2 together, unfortunately, but it's good to see the players interchanging, looking to get forward, getting into scoring positions. And that goes wide of the mark for a goal kick, I should imagine. Trying to remember if there's a dive command in this game anymore. I think there used to be, and maybe I should have used it. Oh dear, that's a miscontrol. Fortunately, Hummels is more than alive to the possibility. Mathieu. Decent cross. Header not quite there, unfortunately, but it is a defender that gets the last touch on it, so it goes out for a corner. And ball deflects very handily into the hands of the Marseille goalkeeper. This feels like another very bitty game where things just aren't quite going well for either team. Ball's just not quite dropping in anyone's particular favour. Go on, Mathieu, make it yours. Couldn't quite manage it, unfortunately, but he showcased his real kind of overwhelming strength there, which is a massive advantage to him in that left-back role. Junior. Oof, that was a risky pass by the Marseille defender, and eventually they do come undone. That'll do for Timo Werner. He'll take this chance. Oh no, just wide. Just wide. He was on the run on his unfamiliar left foot. He couldn't quite make it. It's a heavy first touch, but he makes the best of it. He won't need too many more chances like that before he puts one in. Oh, Mathieu's dispossessed, and that is an absolute skyrocket of a chance. What on earth was he thinking there? He had time and space, he could have taken a touch, but the adrenaline just went to his head, and before he knew it, his foot had gone right through it. Ball played out wide left to Mathieu. A little bit more agricultural where it comes to playing full back than the likes of Willems. But he can put in an okay cross. I definitely do think we need to invest in someone that can do more of the Henriks style role in the left back position. Oof, that's going to be a corner kick. Just a little bit more stamina, I think, is required in that left back role than what Willems can unfortunately give us at this stage of his career. And of course it's another foul to Marseille because AI, I don't know. Oh, that's a great save by the goalkeeper there. Angus Gunn earning his corn. One-handed stop, strong hand pushing it wide of the post. Looks like they might be going for a short corner routine here, Marseille. They do indeed. The ball comes in, headed out. And that's the end of the first half. It's 0-0 here at the Velodrome. Not a bicycle in sight, except for that scoreline, which does read like a bicycle in that it's got a circle at either end. It's 0-0. Pretty even stats. Can't complain too much about what we've seen so far, but things do need to improve, and I do genuinely think that there is a massive, massive claim for what happened at the beginning of that first half. The pullback on Timo Werner. I can't even remember at this point whether it was inside or outside the area, but either way, I feel that it was last man on, and it should have been a red card. Oof. That's another good save by Angus Gunn. Wouldn't have necessarily been expecting that shot to come when it did, but he was alive to it, and that's all you can ask of your goalkeeper, is that he's ready to act when he needs to. Here we are, left-hand side now with Jeremy Mathieu. Plays the ball through to Vinicius Junior, who looks up, thinks back inside on his right foot, plays it out to Shelvey. Shelvey will bend one, just wide of the right post. He's put them in from that kind of range before. He scored an absolute peach of a goal from a similar position into the other side of the net on his left foot in a friendly match against AS Monaco not too long ago. For those of you who haven't seen that, check out my We Have to Talk About Data Pack 5 video from the end of last week. Just played a friendly match against Monaco while I was talking about my feelings about the new data pack, and it was actually a really, really good game, which kind of not only helped to illustrate my issues with data pack 5, because some of those problems did actually persist during that game, but it also did show that if you're willing to stick with it, you can get a really decent game of football out of the game as it now stands. Although some of the goals felt a little bit cheap. That is one thing that I would say about it. So Almiron, centre of midfield, plays the ball out wide left to Mathieu. Mathieu's looking ahead for support. Doesn't see too much ahead of him, but he gets it back into Almiron. And he's just strayed into an offside position there. Timo Werner with his right foot over the line. Unfortunately, it is a part of the body that you can score a goal with, as we know all too well with Timo Werner, so it does count as offside. Maybe he should have scored a goal earlier if he hadn't been pulled back quite so egregiously. That's a good ball out. If Mathieu can find the cross, well, he finds a cross, but it goes straight out of play. And that's all that she wrote for Jeremy Mathieu at left back. I'm not sure how many more games he's going to get in that position, because I'm really starting to feel that he has some massive limitations in that area of the pitch. It might actually be better to play Juanfran out there, or maybe even switch Henriks onto that side of the pitch until such a time as we can get a dedicated left back in that can give Willems some support and some competition. That's a good ball for Willems, and immediately he looks to put the ball in. Henriks. Ball goes out of play for a throw. Cross by Shelvey, just over the head of Timo Werner. It's going to go out for a Marseille throw on the opposite flank. Going to try something a little bit different up front. So I think Werner's had a good game, but he's just been let down by some bad officiating. But we're getting a lot of joy in wide positions, and with our favoured full-backs on the pitch, with all of that crossing ability available to us, it would be churlish not to try and make the most of it. That's assuming that we can actually keep possession in those wide areas now. And of course it's another foul, because whenever we win the ball it must be a foul. Bloody referee, eh? Not a single foul given against Marseille, despite them committing one of the most obvious fouls in this entire match. It's not a great pass, but he makes a decent challenge to win the ball back, so I will not hold that against Willems at all. Passing suddenly has gone really, really bad indeed. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Come on boys, defend. And we've had to head it out for a corner in the 85th minute. And if they score now, we've got absolutely no time to respond. Come on now boys, concentrate. Do the job you're here to do. It's crowded out in midfield, and now we've got trouble because Marseille are on the counter. We do win the ball back. If we can get it forward quickly enough, we might be able to do some damage ourselves. Here we go. Joel Linton. He's got a man in the middle if he can find him. Not exactly what we needed, but we'll take it. Joel Linton! Oh! Nobody wanted it. Nobody wanted it. And that's got to be it now. 5 minutes into 3 minutes of extra time. Indeed it is. It's a 0-0 draw, full of incident and controversy. Let me know in the comments what you thought about that early pullback. I definitely felt like it was a foul on the man, Timo Werner. It was a gilt-edged opportunity for him through on goal, but just before he was able to set himself for the shot, he was pulled back quite ridiculously, and it was definitely the last man defending. But there we go. That's that. That is the end of the game. 0-0, honours even, points shared. We maintain our position as joint leaders of the group. And here are the rest of the results from matchday 3, just in case you're keeping track. Madrid absolutely spanking Rangers 4-1 in the other game in today's group. Arsenal winning out 2-0 against Basel. PSG bouncing back to win 4-0 against Celtic. Barcelona getting a win, as did Napoli against Midtjylland. Can't see Midtjylland getting through at this stage. And here are all of the tables for you. So Madrid and PSV in their group, Marseille and Newcastle ahead in ours, Munich and Donetsk, Liverpool and Juventus, Arsenal PSG, Bayer Leverkusen, Napoli, Inter, Dinamo Zagreb, and Chelsea and Barcelona. The surprise there being that Barcelona are not top of their group. Okie dokie, there you go. That is another episode done. Thank you very much for watching. When we return next time, who knows? It could be Wolves, it could be Arsenal, it could be Manchester City. We'll just have to wait and see. Till next time, thank you very much for watching. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.